Hi there, I hope you're all well. It's time for a little honing. Today I'm going to hone my Puma number 2, which has an Escher edge on it, on an Escher. I'm going to push the edge of this razor to see what this stone can do. I've only used the stone once. I used it with this razor. I've shaved with the razor twice. The first time I got a nice shave, and I thought the edge might need a little more. The second time, I got an excellent shave. Both shaves were very comfortable. The edge itself should be, should be still sharp, and it is. I'm barely pushing into the packing peanut, and it's pushing in with almost no pressure, so the edge is still sharp. What I've done is to refresh the surface of the stone with my Shapton glass diamond flattening plate. This has like 400, this is effectively a 400 or 500 grit stone, very flat, and that's the slurry that you see there. I'm going to, that will have flattened the stone, but also added some texture to the surface. I'm also going to add to this slurry, and the strategy here is to take the existing edge, use the slurry to remove a little bit of material from the apex, and then reshape that apex using the slurry in this stone. Then I'm going to dilute the slurry, and then I'm going to push the edge, or hopefully push the edge, by, instead of using water, the last time I just took this to water, I'm going to use some sort of lubricant, probably soapy water. Okay, so there's our slurry. Let's get going. I'm gonna do this with a fairly thick slurry. That's hard to say. Again, the surface of this Escher reminds me quite a bit of the feel of my Black Shadow. I think, but don't know, that the abrasive particles in this stone are similar. You know, it's a slate from the mountains. This is from the Thuringian Mountains in Germany. The Black Shadow, I don't know where in France it's from, but it's a slate from the mountains. So I assume that the abrasive characteristics of these are similar. The feel is certainly similar, very, very velvety. Really enjoy this feel. And this is, you know, all of this is just playing around with natural stones. You don't, you know, this is literally just playing around. See what I get. That's feeling pretty good, looking pretty good. Let's dilute a little bit. And so you might be wondering, well, you know, if you want to refresh the edge, why didn't you go back to an 8K or a 4K synthetic, really get back to fresh metal, and then jump to the Escher? And the answer to that is, or my answer to that is, that this is an abrasive stone. And so it's going to remove metal in the same way that other stones remove metal. I have to use slurry more on this stone than I would on a synthetic stone. But the bottom line is all of these abrasive stones remove metal. It's really your choice as to the rate at which metal is removed. This is a finishing stone, so I'm removing metal slowly, but I don't need to remove much metal. Now you might say, well, wait a second. You want to go to the other stones because you want a new apex. You want that apex to be removed. Why didn't you kill the apex? Well, anytime you abrade an edge, you're removing metal not only from the sides, but at the apex. That's a guarantee. So every time you sharpen a razor, it gets a little narrower in this dimension. But it's microscopic, and it's that amount of metal removal that is really all I need. So I'm not killing the edge, and I'm not I don't feel the need to go back to a coarser stone. As you can see, I've got real good. One other thing about that is when you dress a stone for flattening it, you're texturing the surface, and that texturing gets rounded by moving the metal razor back and forth across the surface. And so I'm literally adjusting, flattening, rounding over that texture as I do this. So the stone surface is becoming less abrasive. Its texture is less likely to remove material the more I do this. That's counteracted a little bit by the slurry. Moving an abrasive slurry over a flat surface is also texturing the stone, but the texture would be different than it would be when created with a diamond plate. I'm pressure-wise, I am using, I'm definitely rolling some edge bias in here so that I can feel the surface of the stone, but I'm not attempting to bend metal here. I just have a mildly firm amount of edge bias. I'm going to lighten that up later in the game. I'm already feeling this sticking. I'm now just pushing the edge across the stone, getting amazing levels of undercut or slurry rolling over the edge with a narrow stone. It's important to make sure you're working the whole edge. I like to work the whole edge together. So that's why you don't see me doing a lot of these, because you can get, you can reach an apex on the heel and the toe by doing just rolling X strokes. But with each stroke, even if you roll pressure, you're removing, there's less removal at the heel than there is from the toe. So to get to the point where the heel and the toe have equal sharpness, you have to do extra laps so that you finally get metal removal at the heel down to the optimal point. In my case, I prefer to just get there faster by not doing everything with X strokes. Another thing I'll remind you is I'm a knife sharpener, which means I flip the razor the wrong way. This is just the most natural way for me to flip the razor. If you're just starting, you want to, I can't even do it. I can't even think about it. Watch any of the other guys who sharpen razors online, or sorry, on YouTube, and they're doing it the right way. I'm doing it the wrong way, but it works for me. All right, probably time to test. Probably time to test. And then we'll go to soapy water. Let's test. Let's see if we're in the pink. Yes, we are in the pink. I'm able to push with the same amount of pressure to break the skin everywhere. Let's get the same area here. I'd say it needs a little work on the heel. So let's do that. See if I can do that with the stone. And so here I'm using differential pressure. I'm adding more pressure at the heel, and yet the rest of the blade is on the stone. So the rest of the blade's getting abraded, but abrasion increases, material removal by the stone increases with pressure. So I'm removing at a rate greater where I'm pressing down than where I'm not. All right, let's see how we're doing. Yeah, that's better. Very good. Very good. So now I have about equal pressure to break the packing peanut using about an equal area of the packing peanut as I go up the edge. So by testing equal edge area, then applying the same force should tell me that I have equal sharpness. All right, I'm going to pause and go get some soapy water, or yeah, some soap for the soapy water. All right, let's wet the stone down here. Let's add a little hand soap. Mix with very, very precise proportions. And let's go to town. Wow. That is smooth. So with this much lubricant, much of the texture of the stone, and I have no slurry, so much of the texture of the stone, it is the texture of the stone that is acting on the edge. And the lubricant is filling in, you know, it's viscous enough that it's filling in gaps in the texture. So, and reducing friction. So I'm removing material here, but at a very slow rate. And that's kind of the goal of this. We want to remove material just a little bit more. This is where we're actually pushing the edge. So we're taking it just a little bit beyond where we get with water alone. And yes, I'm still making sure that I'm getting that heel. A lot of people don't even use the heel, but for overall wear on the blade, I would ideally like metal to be removed evenly from heel to toe. And if you are doing that all the time, then you're removing metal, but not evenly. I think the stone is kind of soaking this up. It's getting less and less. The soapy water is getting less and less. So some of it is going off the sides and the edge. And I don't know where the rest of it's going. All right, let's test. See if I've done anything. Just came in from outside. It's about 20 degrees Fahrenheit here in Maryland. That's, let's see, minus 32, minus 12, times 5/9. Somewhere between 6 and 7. Let's call it 6.5, minus 6.5 degrees Celsius. All right, let's see where we are here. So yeah, I came in from outside. I'm still sniffling a little bit. Yeah, so soundless, 0 pressure. The reason I'm not, all I'm doing is putting the edge right up to the polystyrene and then just pushing a little bit. And I'm monitoring. I want to push almost nothing. I want almost no pressure, no force, and I want that same feel of force to be everywhere on the edge. I think it's a little bit, tiny bit. Now I'm going to revise that. I spend a lot of time on this because I want the edge to be very uniform, and it certainly is. So I'm now what I consider to be sharp off the stone. This is definitely a shaving edge. I'm going to strop it and then take a microscope image of it, and I'll come back. Okay, I'm back. I stropped 20 laps on the fire hose linen strop that I got from Keith Johnson. Then I did 40 laps on this steer hide leather strop that I bought from Tony Miller. I took a microscope image. The edge looks absolutely terrific, well, to me, at ludicrous magnification, and the consistency of the edge is exactly as I like it. It is the same appearance at the heel as it is at the toe. I'm showing you the center section, which is here. The area that I'm showing you in the microscope image is right there. Anyway, thank you if you've stayed with me so far. Next step is to go shave test this edge. Thanks for staying with me, and I always appreciate your discussion in the comments. I'll see you in the shave test. Bye.